Just because Frank looks so cute. We're just getting a picture of him with the exes. Frank, do like a funny dance, like a funny face or something. Yeah, like there you go.
Why?
Yes. Oh, I had this great idea. What if I start like this, and then I turn around and I say, oh, I didn't see you there. Hi everybody, welcome to the first behind the scenes of Epic Rap Battles of my ass.
I thought it could be cool to kind of detail how much work goes into something like a rap battle that people don't really understand at first.
So without further ado, let's keep it real and let's get into the behind the scenes footage, breakdown, trailer. I gotta poop though real quick. Anytime that you make a rap battle, the first thing that really needs to come is the lyrics. As we're writing these lyrics, I also do some preliminary editing. And by that I mean, I make the background of the thumbnail, and I also make backgrounds in general. For Henry's background, I originally was just going to use a generic king castle background, but then I just thought, what a disservice that would be from a historical perspective. And it's, I mean, as you might be able to imagine, it's not exactly easy to find a Henry VIII Hampton Court Palace green screen background just on the internet. Not like an animated one anyway, so... Well, none at all. Why'd I even specify? The point is, I actually decided that I would make one myself in Blender. Now, I thought that I would figure out how to use Blender very easily, but it turned out not to be quite as easy as I thought it was. My next idea, when that kind of turned out to be a flop, was one night, as I was thinking about the raps, I said, we should do a model, we should build a model out of cardboard of Henry's background. And he told me very straight up that that was not a great idea. So my final idea, and the one I decided to go with, was just to take a picture of the Hampton Court Palace. Scott Pilgrim's first background is of course based off of the iconic scene when he first hits on Ramona. Now, there's no such thing as this scene existing without the characters in it, so I couldn't just find a background of that shot. I actually had to make it almost completely by myself. Here's a side-by-side. Tell me how you think I did. So while we're on the topic of behind the scenes, what could be more behind the scenes than a storyboard? So after preliminary backgrounds are gathered and the lyrics are basically written, my assistant Billy and I compile a storyboard to make it easier when it actually comes time to film, to know what kind of shots we need for the final setup. We of course did this for Henry versus Scott. We also did it for Henry versus... We also did it for Spider-Man versus Aladdin. In this one we used a green highlighter to show when a shot was finished. So that explains all the green highlighter. Fair enough? Now that all of that's out of the way, next step is obviously filming it. We got the storyboard to help us, so should be all set, should be downhill from here, one might say. Not quite, because an issue arose very early in filming. You see, because Scott Pilgrim, canonically, because of Michael Cera's height, is 5'9", and Ramona is 5'8", so really they should be about the same height. Here's what actually happened.
Alright.
Hey, one stool later, everything was good to go.
Alright.
I'm looking for a guy with a build like this. I heard he likes to eat, so here's a knuckle sandwich. Fight!
Oh shit, I was holding it up and then kidding, I'm saying.
Fight!
I'm looking for a guy with a build like this. I heard he likes to eat, so here's a knuckle sandwich. Now, of course, after that, I had to shell out $500 for a new camera, but it was worth it for the shot. When it comes time to do the side-by-side shots between the two characters, we can either film them separately and then compile them together, but what I prefer to do, the second option, is actually get a more authentic reaction by filming them together in the same spatial reality at the same time. However, the same issue as before arose here. Now you see, as mentioned before, Scott Pilgrim's canonical height is 5'9". Henry VIII is 6'2", which might make something like this look a little weird.
So here's my sandwich. I took on the world. You can hardly handle France.
One stool later, everything was all taken care of.
It's better this way.
Now, sometimes I think people just don't understand the harsh reality of rap battles, which is that there's a lot of potential injury that results from filming something like this in such a cramped environment. Let me give you one example. Alright, recording. Let's link arms. Go ahead.
You're in the shot, Tommy.
Oh, that's right.
Man, I thought he was about to miss for a second.
Okay. I'm gonna film someone's head. Alright. Are you filming?
No,
Yeah, I'm filming.
We got you, man. We got you. Let's check it. Now after this, we had a shot in which Scott Pilgrim, played by myself, is punching Henry VIII in the face a bunch of times. Now our actor for Henry VIII, Frank the Fresh, who's a little deranged, honestly, has some anger issues, decided to take it out on me in the next shot. You see, I had him... Sorry. In the next shot, I needed him to toss me a guitar from off stage. And I think he might have tried to capitalize on that to assassinate me. I'll just let the video do the talking.
So come on, let's dance.
My crew, your waist, dude. It hit me. It looks like it hit me, but it didn't.
Good.
Hey. Hey.
It is fun.
But that doesn't mean it's all bad. Sometimes we do have a lot of fun filming on the epic rap battles of my ass set.
Wait, they made a sequel to it?
Bring your shoulders up even more if you can. And bring your face closer into your... Make yourself just look bigger, like broader shoulders, like...
Bigger.
And eyes kind of go up instead. Squint eyes, but then high eyebrows.
Oh, how it is.
Like this.
I've been doing that this whole
You're
time.
gonna have some strong face muscles after this, right?
And go like this.
Okay, you should be thanking. You should be.
And then kind of go...
Yes, what you want.
Go like this.
Art is pain, Frank.
Take the fucking picture.
Should have seen the faces I was making at him.
Yeah, I can use a clip in.
Your hips are such a tack. Fucking that's a tongue twister. Your hips are such a tack.
Well, guess what? I was one actually saying it.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see it again.
And I'm stomping you harder than I face kick you. The monasteries.
Oh, you want to play that?
Well, yeah, I was recording.
Oh, this is what sweatbands are for. That's nice.
What? I'm looking for a guy with a build like this. I heard he likes to eat, so here's a knuckle sandwich.
Well, bread makes you fat, and you're about to get to crown. When I knock you out, you'll burst into 400 pounds.
So here's a knuckle sandwich.
Well, bread makes you fat, and you're about to get to crown. When I knock you out, you'll burst into 400.
What? I'm looking for a guy with a build like this. I'm looking for a guy with a build like this.
King Gling, like your body was, you're always on the bottom.
And your movie was a box office
Sex bomb.
Britches. You're filming, right? Yeah. So you're trying to be funny, you're trying to get into the blooper reel, I get it. You executed women because you couldn't make a son. That looked a little too happy to me.
I can't be angry very easily.
Benny. Come bite him. Billy, pause the video so that it's not running out of juice. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the moment you've all been waiting for. The Easter egg moment of this video. Easter egg portion of this video. One thing I would like to point out is if you look in the side-by-sides between Henry and Scott, you'll notice that Scott's backgrounds are angled and they almost look like they're in some kind of a void. This wasn't some kind of a glitch or an accident. I did that completely on purpose. I wanted it to look as though you're looking diagonally onto an arcade machine, and you'll notice that when you do that, it is actually completely 2D. These right here are two of the rings we used for Henry VIII. You can get a zoom on that if you want to try. Is it working?
Hold on, let me focus.
You got him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can focus back on me now. The real star of the show. The real gem. The real jewel. So these are two of the rings that we use for Henry VIII right here, but it might be a fun Easter egg to look and see how many rings Henry actually has on his fingers and think why that might be. You'll also notice that Scott's backgrounds go through a sort of journey from the beginning to end. At the beginning, he's in the real world. When he punches the screen, it brings him into this video game world, almost as if fighting Henry VIII is a sort of boss fight for him. And at the end, when he defeats Henry VIII, of course it's subjective whether you think Henry or Scott won. I myself am a Henry guy. Once Scott defeats Henry in the end, you'll notice that his background goes back from being pixelated to just being completely normal. Just thought that was something cool to point out. Regarding the beat, I think my friend Bass Guitarded, who made the beat for me, did a phenomenal job at capturing the majesty and the sheer essence of Henry VIII, but also capturing the feel of a video gamey Scott Pilgrim character. He does this by using very orchestral, loud sounds, and especially bells for Henry VIII's side of things. And when you come over to Scott's side of things, you hear a lot of beep boops, as I like to call them, but especially you hear bass guitar. Now, what instrument does Scott Pilgrim play? Which actually segues well into our next segment, the making of the Scott Pilgrim guitar. This guitar was black when I first got it, which Scott Pilgrim's is not, and I was originally just going to keep it that way, but I said no. I'm going to go above and beyond. I spent the next couple days spray painting the guitar, adding finer details with whiteout and Sharpies, and adding dental floss as the strings. As a final touch, I decided to add duct tape to it, to make it the guitar after Scott gets in a battle with Ramona's evil ex, Todd, when the guitar gets broken. Oh, the Scott Pilgrim guitar! As you can see, finely crafted, a little dusty. It's been down here for a little bit. Of course, it is covered in the duct tape, though, as I mentioned before. Only 4 strings. I made sure to only put 4... You're not zooming in on the strings exactly right now, are you? I made sure to only put 4 strings because that's how many a bass has, even though, of course, this is not a bass guitar that we have on our hands. I didn't think anyone would really be able to tell the difference. Let's flip it, show you what the back looks like. It was a little bit gutted when we first found it, as you can see, but I still made the best with it. Of course, you couldn't even see the back. And here, everybody was asking, so here's my Scott moves once again, just since everybody was asking. That's just a taste of what you'll find in a real rap battle.
Okay.
Now for the Easter egg portion of the video. The Scott Pilgrim guitar!
Here, I'll get a close-up on that.
That was terrible. Let me do it again. And this.
Okay.
You filming?
Yes.
You're filming right now.
Yes.
I find that hard.
I'm filming.
Let's get. You filming?
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta say it.
Just see the button. What?
Say it.
Say it. Filming.
Two hops now. You are filming, right? You were filming this whole thing? Well, you guys know I was kidding, right?
Kill it!